If you had 3 to 4 minutes of conversation with every single person in this world, what would you say? This morning, I woke up early in the morning and I was confronted with this question, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I needed to find an answer that would stick. And as I was thinking about it, right, it got me realizing about like conversations. And the thing about conversations, right, is that like it actually creates a space between you and the other person. And you know, in that moment, right, you get to know more about each other, and you dig deeper into understanding each other. And I had one of these moments when I was having breakfast with a friend. And you know, we were having a deep conversation, and eventually he asked me, what do you think is the purpose of humanity? And then I was like, I was taken off guard and I started thinking about it. But eventually I came down to an answer, and my response was, the purpose of humanity is to connect. You see, the thing is, we're built to connect with people. We are built to have relationships. We were built to know and be known by others. And you know, each and every single one of us is so uniquely different. No two are the same, not even twins. You know, every single person goes through experiences that are tailor-made to themselves. They have a part to play, and their environment had a part to play in that. And every time you talk to someone, he or she knows something that you do not know, something that you can learn from. And with that idea, I realized that holding spaces with people is so important. And then it got me thinking about this Christmas, right? With all its festivities, all the joy that it brings, it reminded me again of how God hears me and knows me. And He wants to connect with you and I. And maybe this Christmas is not about the gifts that we receive, but the relationship between the receiver and the giver. The thing about Christmas is that it is about Christ, right? Christ is the reason for Christmas. And God sent His only begotten Son, you know, in the form of a baby Jesus, born in the unlikeliest of places, a stable. And it was probably filled with animal dung. It probably smelled really bad. And then God spoke to a bunch of strangers, whom, you know, in the Bible they call the wise men, to follow a star to find a child who was to be born as the savior of humanity. And this baby, right, fully God, fully human, perfectly sinless, was to die on the cross eventually, and to be raised to life again, so that anyone who believes in Him will have everlasting life, you know, with the Father in heaven. I mean, doesn't that sound like a crazy, crazy story? I think it does sound like a crazy story to me, or it did sound like a crazy story to me. And rightly so. The thing is, God created this story or designed this path as such that anyone, and I mean anyone, it doesn't matter the level of your intellect or whoever you are, you know, are given a chance that when they hear it, they have a chance to believe in Him, and they will have access to a life eternal with the Creator Himself. A personal relationship with God that you can have. And I tell you, you know, He hears you, and when you speak to Him, He knows it all. I remember someone telling me, you know, 2 ears, 1 mouth. And if we spend more time to listen than to speak, we just might be able to hear God speak really clearly to you and us, you know. So this question that I asked at the start of the video, if you had 3 to 4 minutes of conversation with every single person in this world, what would you say? And I finally came to my conclusion. My answer is, I want to listen. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, you know, feel free to click on the relevant buttons. And I'll see you the next time we meet again.